Two paper cups where the steam runs thin. You fold your coat over both our knees, trying to keep the morning in. The departure board clicks another line. Your passport sits on the cool metal tray. We packed the ceramic mug in my bag, but we left the rest of the routine today. So meet me in the dawn at Terminal 3, before the clock split into two. The glass is cold against my forehead now, holding the last quiet picture of you. Yes, dawn at Terminal 3. I check the screen just to look away. Your fingers touch the strap on my shoulder. We learned each other in one time zone. Now every minute is growing older. The boarding call chimes across the room, a voice reading numbers into the air. I put my hand on the suitcase handle and pretend that I am almost there. Here in the dawn at Terminal 3, before the clock split into two. The glass is cold against my forehead now, holding the last quiet picture of you. Dawn at Terminal 3. Distance doesn't start up in the sky. It starts right here where the doors slide shut. You promise to call when the ground turns green, and I promise not to count the hours up. Standing in the dawn at Terminal 3, we'll keep the line open across the sea. 2 different hours on 2 different clocks, but you are still the only home to me. Dawn at Terminal 3. Gate 14 is quiet now. Dawn at Terminal 3. My kitchen window catches morning sun, while your side of the world is turning dark. I pour the boiling water over tea. You lay your glasses down and make a mark. We keep 2 world clocks open on the screen, 8 hours separating what we see. You tell me that the rain is starting there, while sunlight lands across my balcony. It's 7 in the morning in my room and 11 at night where you are. We trade the daily weather back and forth to make the distance feel less far. I'm calling across the hours to you, waking up while you go to sleep. Your morning coffee meets my evening tea. Across the quiet promises we keep. Yes, I'm calling across the hours to you. You say your day was long and full of noise. I say my day is only starting now. I hear you yawn into the phone receiver. wish that I could reach your forehead somehow. The typing dots appear and disappear before you choose the simple words to say. You tell me not to hurry through my morning, and I tell you to let go of yesterday. It's 7 in the morning in my room and 11 at night where you are. We trade the daily weather back and forth to make the distance feel less far. I'm calling across the hours to you, waking up while you go to sleep. Your morning coffee meets my evening tea. Across the quiet promises we keep. Yes, I'm calling across the hours to you. The clock is not an enemy to fight. It's only holding time until we turn. We take our turns at waiting through the dark, and take our turns at watching daylight burn. I'm calling across the hours to you, waking up while you go to sleep. Your morning coffee meets my evening tea. Across the quiet promises we keep. Yes, I'm calling across the hours, calling across the hours to you. Sleep well on your side of the sea. I'll keep the morning waiting here for me. Calling across the hours to you. Eight in the morning on my side of the glass. 8 in the evening where you set your glass down. I lean the tablet against the oak jar and turn up the volume to hear your hometown. The coffee machine starts its rhythmic hum while you chop the garlic for dinner tonight. We haven't fixed the distance between us, but we found a way to share the daylight. You show me the recipe you tried to make. I show you the rain landing on the street. We laugh at the 2-second video lag when both of our sentences happen to meet. It's strange how a kitchen can feel so full with only its screen resting on the wood. We built a routine out of mismatched hours and made it do what a real morning should. And we build our parallel mornings here, 1 cup of coffee at a time. Your evening shadow meets my morning sun, crossing the long geographical line. Yes, we live in parallel mornings now. I take a sip while you finish your plate. You ask if I slept through the wind last night. I wipe off a smudge from the camera lens to bring your dark hair back into the light. It's not the same as sitting side by side. It's not the same as sharing the same air. But having you here on the countertop is better than looking at an empty chair. And we build our parallel mornings here, one cup of coffee at a time. Your evening shadow meets my morning sun, crossing the long geographical line. Yes, we live in parallel mornings now. We didn't shrink the ocean between our two doors. We just learned to walk where the current bends. Every small habit becomes a small bridge where morning begins and the evening ends. And we build our parallel mornings here, one cup of coffee at a time. Your evening shadow meets my morning sun, crossing the long geographical line. Yes, we live in parallel mornings, living in parallel mornings now. 8 in the morning here, 8 in the evening there. Parallel mornings. I open up the cabinet door at 7. My right hand reaches in before I think. I count the wooden hooks inside the dark and leave one cup standing by the sink. Muscle memory is a quiet friend. It remembers what my eyes already know. My fingers close on air where you should be before I let the heavy cabinet go. There's an empty circle on the cupboard shelf, a little shadow where you used to stay. We pack the sweater round the ceramic rim. Now one mug is packed away. Yes, one mug is packed away. I measure out the beans for only one. The kettle boils faster than before. I hold a single handle in my palm and listen to the wind outside the door. You took the blue one with the chip design, the one we bought the week we moved the rug. It's sitting on a desk 8 hours back while I am standing here without your mug. There's an empty circle on the cupboard shelf, a little shadow where you used to stay. We pack the sweater round the ceramic rim. Now one mug is packed away. One mug is packed away. You took the ceramic, but you left the habit here. It stays inside my hand when morning comes. A habit doesn't know about the miles. It only knows the place where it belongs. There's an empty circle on the cupboard shelf where one mug is packed away. A quiet shadow where you used to stay. One mug packed away. Only one cup on the wood today. One mug packed away. On a Sunday afternoon, I put the phone down on the carpet rug. I set 3 alarms so we wouldn't miss, and made a fresh pot in the ceramic mug. The clock on the wall ticks its slow 6-8, while I count the hours on my fingers twice. It's midnight where you are in the dark, and sleep is a debt you can't pay back twice. The notification lights up the glass, a short message saying you fell asleep. I hold the warm phone against my knee and listen to the quiet that I keep. And now I'm talking to Sunday through the speaker, leaving a voice note for your morning light. I calculate the miles until my voice grows weaker, wishing you a peaceful rest tonight. Yes, talking to Sunday through the speaker. I don't blame the fatigue that pulled you down. You worked 14 hours in the city rain. I just sit on the floor in the 4 o'clock light and try to explain what I can't explain. It's not that we're drifting or falling apart. It's just that the bodies get heavy and cold when you try to fit 2 different daily lives into one little screen that you have to hold. The notification lights up the glass, a short message saying you fell asleep. I hold the warm phone against my knee and listen to the quiet that I keep. And now I'm talking to Sunday through the speaker, leaving a voice note for your morning light. I calculate the miles until my voice grows weaker, wishing you a peaceful rest tonight. Yes, talking to Sunday through the speaker. The math is simple, but the waiting makes it long. We're trying to be strong in 2 places at once. It's nobody's fault when timing goes wrong, it's just the quiet cost of these long-distance months. So I'll stop talking to Sunday through the speaker and leave this little message by your bed. Rest well until your morning sun turns brighter, and wake up to the words I left unsaid. Sunday through the speaker. Good night across 8 hours. Sunday through the speaker. We're standing in different daylight, reading the shadows wrong. You heard an edge in my hurried voice that didn't belong. The screen is a terrible mirror. When the timing is tight, we're fighting a ghost on the audio line in different daylight. I was rushing to catch the morning train with the glare of the sun on the glass. You were turning the midnight lamplight out, watching another day pass. I gave you a short and a breathless reply, just trying to juggle the phone, and you went completely quiet and still. And suddenly I was alone. 'Cause we're standing in different daylight, reading the shadows wrong. You heard an edge in my hurried voice that didn't belong. The screen is a terrible mirror. When the timing is tight, we're fighting a ghost on the audio line in different daylight. See the panic inside of my eyes, or the way that my hands are tied. You only hear a static delay and a sigh that you can't verify. I tell you I'm not pulling away. You tell me you're tired of the tone. We end the call right in the middle of traffic, and I'm staring down at the phone. Where the breath should go. When we can't touch, we just make it up, and we punish what we don't know. We're standing in different daylight, reading the shadows wrong. You heard an edge in my hurried voice that didn't belong. The screen doesn't show you my hands reaching out. When the timing is tight, we're fighting the miles in the audio line in different daylight. I didn't mean it that way. Different daylight. Blue light hits the ceiling of my room. I've read your last message 7 times. looking for the anger in the punctuation, looking for a reason in the lines. I pull the keyboard up and start to spell a careful combination of regret, but every word looks heavy on the screen, and nothing feels exactly right just yet. Type it out, erase it all, watch the little cursor blink and fall. Just another draft left unsent. I write, I'm sorry that I rushed the call, backspace. I write, I miss you, are you still awake, backspace. The truest things I really meant to say are hiding in the buttons that I break, because I cannot see your face to know if you are reading softness or a fight. I'm paralyzed by 20 little keys in the middle of the quiet night. Type it out, erase it all, watch the little cursor blink and fall. Just another draft left unsent. If I press send, the screen will turn to green, and then I have to wait and watch the read, and every passing minute in the dark is just another empty space I feed. A blinking cursor is a little clock, counting how long I have been afraid to throw a fragile word across the sea and hope it reaches you the way it's made. Type it out, erase it all, turn the screen over, let it fall. Just another draft left unsent. Another draft left unsent. The coffee is warm inside the ceramic mug. The morning is bright against the kitchen wall. I deleted the text I wrote at 2 a.m. and I'm putting an end to the silence of the fall. I hold the phone a little closer to my mouth, and I hold the button down until it's red. I'm dropping the armor that I wore last night and saying the things I should have said. I couldn't find the letters on the screen to tell you what was really in my head. So I'm sending you the sound of my own breath and the honest truth instead. I'm sending my words across the gap, hoping they land right where you are. You can hear the smile returning to my voice. You can hear me letting go of the scar. The screen is too cold for an apology, and typing is too easy to edit and trap. So I'm just sending my words across the gap. Yes, words across the gap. I watch the little audio waveform move, a tiny gray mountain building on the glass. I tell you I'm sorry that I rushed the call, and I tell you I'm ready for the hurt to pass. It's strange how an ocean feels impossible to cross when you're staring at a message in the dark. But a gentle voice can fly across the world and land exactly on the mark. I couldn't find the letters on the screen to tell you what was really in my head. So I'm sending you the sound of my own breath and the honest truth instead. I'm sending my words across the gap, hoping they land right where you are. You can hear the smile returning to my voice. You can hear me letting go of the scar. The screen is too cold for an apology, and typing is too easy to edit and trap. So I'm just sending my words across the gap. Yes, words across the gap. I lift my thumb and watch the circle spin. A second of air, and then the message flies. I put the phone down on the wooden countertop and finally let the morning reach my eyes. I sent all my words across the gap. I know they will land right where you are. You can hear the warmth returning to my voice. You can hear me letting go of the scar. The screen is too cold for an apology, and typing is too easy to edit and trap. So I just sent all my words across the gap. Yes, words across the gap. I'll wait for you to listen. Words across the gap. Words across the gap. I lock the screen and let the numbers glow. The city street below is turning gray. I have your morning pinned against my night to watch the way our different hours play. It used to feel like standing on a cliff with nothing but an ocean in the deep. But now I know exactly where you are before I close my tired eyes to sleep. I hold your tomorrow while you finish my yesterday. We're passing the sun like a stone in a relay, and I don't feel the panic anymore. I know what we are waiting for. We are living between time zones, suspended over the sea. You are holding the edge of the evening while the morning is waiting for me. We don't live in the bricks of a city. We don't live on a street on a map. We are living between time zones and building a home in the gap. I pour a glass of water by the bed. You order coffee at the corner walls of where we stand, to paint a clearer picture of the space. I hear the background noise of where you walk, you hear the quiet settling in my room. We take these little fragments of the earth and weave them on an invisible loom. I hold your tomorrow while you finish my yesterday. We're passing the sun like a stone in a relay, and I don't feel the panic anymore. I know what we are waiting for. We are living between time zones, suspended over the sea. You are holding the edge of the evening while the morning is waiting for me. We don't live in the bricks of a city, we don't live on a street on a map. We are living between time zones and building a home in the gap. Time isn't taking us apart, it's just a language we have to translate. Every hour that I miss you in the dark is just an hour that is worth the wait, worth the wait. 'Cause we are living between time zones, suspended over the sea. Oh, you are holding the edge of the evening while the morning is waiting for me. We don't live in the bricks of a city, we don't live on a street on a map. We are living between time zones and building a home in the gap. Building a home in the gap. The terminal is quiet at midnight. The coffee shops are pulling down the gate. I'm standing by the floor-to-ceiling window, watching a cargo plane running late. The glass is dark enough to act like a mirror if I don't look out too far. I see my own face floating over the runway. I see exactly who we are. I used to think this building was a punishment, a place I had to walk through to be free. But looking at my ghost against the tarmac, I realize it's a sanctuary. I'm not a victim of the scheduling, I'm not a prisoner of the sky. I bought the ticket and I packed the luggage, I chose the reason why. I saw my face floating over the runway lights. I watched the doubt entirely pass. I found the truth I was looking for in the reflections on airport glass. Reflections on airport glass. kind of courage just to wait. It takes a kind of anchor just to leave. I look at the tired woman in the window, and I like what she believes. We aren't running from an ordinary life. We're building one across the great divide. I touch my fingers to the cool black window and feel the quiet pride. I saw my face floating over the runway lights. I watched the doubt entirely pass. I found the truth I was looking for in the reflections on airport glass. Reflections on airport glass. I could have chosen an easier map. I could have stayed where the ground was still, but I want the life that we are making, and I always will. I saw my face floating over the runway lights. I watched the doubt entirely pass. I found the truth I was looking for in the reflections on airport glass. Reflections on airport glass. Looking through the glass. Reflections on airport glass. I zoomed out the screen on the digital map until both of our cities were small. I traced the invisible line with my thumb and stared at the blank bedroom wall. It's terrifying knowing how much I have placed in a pair of hands I cannot hold. The miles are a physical weight on my chest, and the silence is bitter and cold. Look at the map and see how far we stay, knowing it hurts and choosing it anyway. We're testing the borders of what we can take, stretching the thread just to see if it breaks. I stare at the distance and I don't turn away. This is how far we stay. To a safer design where the people I love are right here. But safe is a shadow and easy is blind, and I'm tired of choosing the fear. So I'm standing right here in the center of the ache, letting the gravity pull, because loving you halfway across the dark earth is the only way I can be full. See how far we stay, knowing it hurts and choosing it anyway. We're testing the borders of what we can take, stretching the thread just to see if it breaks. I stare at the distance and I don't turn away. This is how far we stay. It hurts. It feels like a physical but the pain is the proof of the weight of the gold. I am yours to the edge of the world. I am yours to hold. See how far we stay, knowing it hurts, choosing it anyway. We stretched out the thread, and it didn't break. We walked through the fire for each other's sake. I look at the distance, and I don't turn away. This is how far we stay. How far we stay. I am standing in the dawn at Terminal 3, but the glass doesn't feel quite as cold. I have my suitcase handle in my right hand, and a story that is ready to be told. We survived the quiet ache of the apartment. We survived the silence on the audio line. And I'm packing up the ceramic mug this morning, the distance will be fine. The dawn gate isn't an ending. It's just the bridge that we have to cross. We're taking the time zones and making them ours, without counting the miles as a loss. We don't need to live in the same room today to know that the timing is fine. I'll keep holding both maps until the day they align. Yes, holding both maps. I changed the clock on my phone screen to match the hour where you are waking up. I buy a coffee from the corner of the concourse, and I know you're pouring water in your cup. I am flying back to my side of the ocean, but I'm leaving my hesitation by the door. We made a quiet promise in the dark last night, and I know what we are waiting for. The dawn gate isn't an ending. It's just the bridge that we have to cross. We're taking the time zones and making them ours, without counting the miles as a loss. We don't need to live in the same room today to know that the timing is fine. I'll keep holding both maps until the day they align. Yes, holding both maps. We will live in the gap for as long as it takes. We will invent our own morning routine. I'll keep reading the shadows and trusting the light, and tending the garden between. The dawn gate isn't an ending. the bridge that we have to cross. We're taking the time zones and making them ours, without counting the miles as a loss. We don't need to live in the same room today to know that the timing is fine. I'll keep holding both maps until the day they align. Yes, holding both maps, holding both maps until the day they align.